Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today we are reacting to Velma episode 6. Now I have to warn you, this one gets real deep and real awkward and real strange. And also we finally get to see Scooby for the first time. Yes, Scooby is actually in this show, but it's not going to be the Scooby that you're expecting, just spoiler alert up front. And also there's some things that I left out from the last episode that I have to address first. But before we even get into the video, of course I have to say, please subscribe to the channel. I've been reacting to all the episodes of Velma Season 1, and I will be reacting to the rest of the season. So please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. So let's get on to the video. Up next. So real quick, I'm going to show you a scene I left out from the last episode. It was in the end credits scene, and it features Daphne in the boat heading to the Crystal Cove mine to see her parents.
Welcome home, Daphne. I'm your mother, Carol.
So the last episode had ended with Velma finally seeing her birth parents in the flesh.
And this is the Crystal Mines Gang.
And they're officially let into the Crystal Cove Miner Gang. And yes, thank you for the many of you in the comments on the last episode who clarified with me that her parents weren't dressed like furries. They were dressed as Captain Caveman from the Mystery Incorporated Scooby-Doo series, which I have already covered the pilot episode. It's already up on my channel. You can watch that now. So thank you for everyone who brought this to my attention. Now I know why they're dressed that way. It's a nice little nod to the older Scooby-Doo shows, which is nice. Now on to Velma episode 6. So the episode starts off re-establishing where all the Mystery Inc. gang members stand with their parents. Daphne is feeling hurt by the lies of her adopted parents and doesn't trust them anymore.
If there's one thing teen dramas get right, we're all really just paying for the sins of our parents. They're either lying to us.
Fred is still being manipulated by his father into trying to be an alpha male, and his father doesn't really like this new feminist Fred that has taken over.
You discover that polonium, Marie Curie.
Or trying to change us.
And Norval is feeling really guilty for all his family secrets and how they're possibly connected to the disappearance of Velma's mother.
Or hiding some dark family secret.
Mom, if Velma hallucinates while learning the truth about Grandma, she could die.
Let the adults handle this, son.
So I have to say, I have to appreciate that the story is really thickening. I have to admit, I'm genuinely interested in the plot right now. Like, I want to see what happens. I want to see how all these plot threads resolve themselves. While I do think that they say things purposely inflammatory to get people's attention a lot in this show, at the very bare bones of it, there is a good show inside of it. It's just clouded with a lot of BS that I think was just put there for shock value.
Truly crappy parents? No one beats my dad.
It's interesting that Velma thinks she has it the worst out of all the others. I think actually Daphne's backstory is the most tragic and sad.
You might have clues about Mom's kidnapping.
That's great.
You hate that I think she's missing.
Are you kidding? That's even better, Sophie.
I do think it's interesting that Velma's dad isn't as interested in trying to find his ex-wife as Velma is to find his mom. It makes me think that their marriage must have just really been not very good.
I'm taking paternity leave.
Paternity leave?
He needs to find a work-life balance or risk messing her up the way he messed up. Well,
so then we cut to later that day, and Fred catches Velma on the way to school and offers her a ride in the car.
Absolutely not, Frederick. Unless this is your selection for our hunt.
His father kind of scares me. He's like the quintessential toxic masculinities trope.
Well, at least my relationship with my father isn't that bad.
Okay, see? You do not have it that bad. So then we cut to them at school, and Velma's trying to talk to Principal Rogers about her mother. Meanwhile, Scooby and his new girlfriend just can't stop sucking face.
All right, go help Velma not hallucinate while she talks to your mom. But don't let her push you around. You're your own man.
I'm glad he has someone in his corner to hype him up. I think Norval really needs that.
Thank you for agreeing to talk to me about your mad scientist mother. Now spill it.
Well, buckle up, because things are about to get weird.
Principal Rogers then explains that her mother was a brilliant neuroscientist, and she was working on a way to keep the human brain alive outside the body.
I never should have been an organ donor.
Between this and Squid Game, it really makes me nervous about being an organ donor, because I'm like, What is Hollywood trying to subliminally tell me right now?
Her work caught the attention of Army General Harry Meeting, who felt he could use it to spy on the biggest threat to the American way of life.
This show is keeping me on my toes. I can't say that these mysteries are predictable because I don't really know where this is going. And they keep introducing new twists to the plot where I'm like, where is this going? Now we're about a mad scientist who wants to keep a brain alive, but now the military's involved and they want her secret. Everyone's got like these really messed up, complex backstories. I hate to say it, but I'm intrigued.
It was the 1970s. Meddling kids were ruining everything. General Meeting tried to infiltrate them through hypnosis, so long as no one ever snapped their fingers.
Okay, now there's been more complexity to the plot. Now you have to snap your fingers to break the trance.
What if she could put a soldier's brain into the head of a meddling kid? He called the program Scooby.
Oh my god. So this is Scooby. We finally have Scooby. This is how Scooby shows up. This is Scooby. Okay, I have to play that again.
What if she could put a soldier's brain into the head of a meddling kid?
They want to put real life human brains from a soldier into a meddling kid. I also have to give the writers prompts for creativity because I honestly can say I've never seen these storyboards before. This is something. So Scooby in this show is a military operation to put the brains of soldiers into the brains of meddling kids. Huh?
Scooby? And wait, what did Scooby do?
Hey, they did the thing. They did the thing. And what did Scooby do? I hate that that makes me laugh.
Attempted to create the perfect spy by swapping people's brains.
Oh, did it work?
No.
No, as you would expect. Okay, so the story is rapidly developing and I just gotta make sure you're getting all the details here. So Norval's grandmother, Dr. Edna Purdue, pressured to produce results, made Norval's grandmother go mad.
Years dragged on and the pressure to produce a result grew. She slowly went insane.
She hid all of her documents so that no one could recreate her work.
And was committed to the Crystal Cove Insane Asylum.
And that's how she ended up in an insane asylum. Okay. Okay. This show just goes places. I mean, the plot is thickening. There's definitely a lot going on at this point. But there's also like Daphne's whole thing, and then there's like Velma's whole thing, and then there's Fred's whole thing. And that could be a novel. Maybe almost too much going on. I hope I explained it well for you guys. Is anyone confused?
Wow, I can't believe that's your mom. Playing God, removing brains. That's some white people shit.
Oh, I really hate when any race is put down, including white people. It just makes me uncomfortable. It does just feel like plain racism to me.
My mom disappeared after finding Dr. Purdue's journals, and the dead girls all had their brains removed. Could they be connected?
Ooh, dun, dun, dun. So a lot of people in the comments have also pointed out that their theory is that Velma's missing mother is the one killing all these girls and taking their brains. I wonder if that's where this is going.
If there is a connection between your mom and the dead girls, the key to finding it is in this box.
And of course she has an immediate hallucination. This girl really needs to go back to the guidance counselor because she needs more therapy.
What's all this?
Remember, not a word about why we really need her until...
No, they're deceiving Daphne. You know what? I didn't really believe it. I know that her cop moms are lying about something because that's obvious. But are these really her parents? Because I was second guessing it a bit. They clearly have something going on. And now I feel this need to defend Daphne. This show has me defending Daphne. I'm all twisted.
And we know we can trust her.
So we see Brenda, Brenda's name here. And if you don't recall, Brenda is the name of the first girl that got murdered in the first episode. So this is now our prime suspect. Huh.
Why is there a needle in my good boob?
It's an adrenaline shot. Your heart stopped from a hallucination.
Oh my god. These hallucinations sound really bad. Like, she needs to be seeing a doctor about this.
Norville, why didn't you make me laugh?
I tried. You just didn't get the references because you haven't taken calculus yet.
Of course, dorky Norville is like, let me tell you some math jokes. That'll make you laugh. I'm actually kind of glad that they did name Norval and not Shaggy because it's not Shaggy.
But if you think my mom is connected to the serial killer in any way, I have to know.
Fine, Velma. Your mom.
Oh, God. Every time someone's like your mom, we see this creepy image of her hallucinated mom. Kind of reminds me of Other Mother from Coraline. It's just terrifying.
Norval, what am I gonna do? The only cure is to find my mom. Though I have heard some good things about alcoholism.
Don't turn to alcoholism, Velma. Please. I feel like this show was probably intended for an audience that appreciates meta humor and snarky adult cartoons. Think BoJack Horseman or the Harley Quinn animated show. But I think where this show doesn't succeed and those other shows succeed is that they're adapting a source material that for decades has been associated with wholesomeness and just good family entertainment. And so it just comes across particularly jarring when you hear Velma talk about alcoholism. And this is a character many people have childhood attachments to. I think that's where a lot of the outrage is coming from. So then Velma explains that the first time she had an hallucination was on the first night that her mother went missing.
Did happen that day. My dad took me out to breakfast for the first time ever.
So then Velma recalls what she does remember about the day her mom went missing.
Great news. I've been looking for mom, and I think I have some new leads.
Velma, for the last time, your mother wasn't taken. She left us.
Yeah, I feel like her dad definitely knows something because he's too sure of it. It's like he's trying to discourage her from looking because he knows the truth.
Now, see if you can solve the case of how to entertain yourself while I make work calls.
Okay, that may be the first time I felt bad for Velma. The first time.
Wait, I've always wanted my dad to love me more. Maybe the hallucinations are my subconscious keeping me from looking for my mom.
The amount of daddy issues on this show.
Oh no, I hallucinate because I have daddy issues. Gross.
Yep. You just not realizing this? Girl, come on. Velma's supposed to be the smart one, remember?
Okay, so don't search for daddy issues and teenage girl.
Please don't.
But if your hallucination started because your dad doesn't believe your mom was kidnapped, maybe they'd stop if you make him believe she was kidnapped.
I try, but whenever I mention it, he shuts me down.
Yeah, I think Velma's dad definitely knows something. I wonder if he's in on it. So then Velma and Norval fight over having daddy issues. Velma, being the jerk that she is, accuses Norval's father of being a beta.
My father is not a beta. He drives the speed limit no matter how many people are honking at him.
So driving the speed limit makes you a beta? Guys, is it beta of you to follow the law? Own up.
Norval, can I grab you for a second? I need a hand with some heavy lift. We're helping your mom's old boyfriend move.
That doesn't help.
They're helping their mom's old boyfriend move. That's awkward. All right, I'll admit that's a beta move.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God. I don't even know if I could show that, but the P-aim on that baby.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, and she's pumping a titty. You know what? Let's normalize this stuff, sure. Just casually pumping a titty, as you do.
If you're serious about paternity leave, then you have to realize your family is more—
That woman, she has that I'm a new mother look all over her face. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Dad, can we talk? You can be drunk if that's easier.
Paternity leave applies to all my children. Let's go to lunch. Run!
So he's just a bad dad all around. He doesn't want to actually do any of the helping out. Now I feel bad for Sophie. Velma's dad is kind of a jerk. Maybe I gave him a little too much credit in the beginning. Okay, but the P-aim on this baby. Look at that. That's intense.
Okay, quick lesson in the power of crystals. This is Angelite.
I love how much they're still continuing with the Superman theme here, because Kryptonite, Angelite, so we're continuing with the fact that Daphne is having Superman's origin story. I would not be surprised if we saw Daphne in a Superman suit by the end of the series.
Cool. So do you rub it or grind it up and snort it at a party like regular anxiety meds?
Shows what kind of party Daphne's going to, although she is a drug dealer, so she probably gave them those drugs.
You take it and bang it on your head real hard.
Wait, really?
These people are jerks. I mean, everyone in this universe is a jerk. I shouldn't be surprised at this point. But man, I don't like these guys. I don't buy any of this.
No, crystals are a hoax, Daph.
That's why we loved working here so much. Charging idiots $30 for a mystical rock feels like a crime, but it's totally legal.
No, I literally have a giant crystal rock lamp over there. You can't see it, but they just called me an idiot.
So that's why you turned to real crime when the crystal market collapsed. To chase that high.
Yes. But the party ended when your moms raided us.
So they were raiding people just for the high of it. They just wanted to do it. These people just like being criminals. Okay.
Sure, we got away, but they stole you. And now they're gonna pay. Everyone's gonna pay.
Whoa.
Okay, I know in the last episode I made fun of Daphne for saying she's related to evil, but she is, because if these people genuinely are her parents, they're some bad mofos.
See, thanks to underemployed millennials, believing in crystals is back, baby!
Oh, this is calling me out. This is calling me out, not the underpaid millennial who likes crystals. I'm literally looking at a shelf of crystals over there. Does anyone else like crystals? No.
Hello, Angola.
Wait, you're leaving already? But there's still so much I don't know about you.
Daphne, I'm on the run.
They're already leaving? So do they just live here permanently, or do they migrate? What's going on here?
Oh, well, I'm glad you're alive. Let's get to know each other.
I have a feeling Daphne's gonna really regret that. I'm actually starting to like Daphne, so that makes me sad.
So, what do you want to talk about? The Miller case?
Oh, right. This is lunch with my daughter.
He's acting so disinterested in being with Velma. He's like, what? I actually have to spend time with my daughter? Who am I? Nick Cannon?
I think this place has changed since the last time we were here.
Dude took his daughter to a strip club. Oh yeah, definitely winning that terrible dad award.
My God, I totally didn't notice. Sophie's boobs are out so much these days. This seems normal.
That is true. You see a lot of boobs just everywhere nowadays.
Oh, you think that's bad? Sophie told me I can't pee in the shower anymore because that's where she bathes Amanda.
So they're both equally annoying. Honestly, I would hate to be either of their roommates.
Now I have to pee in the shower at school like a weirdo.
Pro tip, aim for the...
Oh. What is this happening in the background? Girl is really getting down. Oh my God. I'm getting really distracted by the strippers. I mean, this girl really knows what she's doing.
A life lesson?
Yeah, you want another one?
Don't date anyone who owns more throw pillows than books.
And then she just kicks the beer glass in the background. Again, a lot of times the jokes in the background are funnier than what's happening in the foreground.
God, I had no idea you at least realized Sophie kind of sucks. It's so much easier to kick her ass out when I find Mom.
Wait, find Mom?
Not...
I'm telling you, Velma, you're really opening yourself up to disappointment because I'm telling you, he does not want your mom back.
To stop my hallucinations, I need you to believe me that Mom was kidnapped.
Can't a father and daughter just enjoy a nice meal at a strip club without it being awkward?
I mean, literally look at what's happening in the background. Why would you take your daughter to this? This is something. Isn't she like 15?
But we were having fun for the first time ever.
Yeah, we were. Look at us.
I think maybe they're finally realizing that they have a lot in common and that they're both kind of trash people. At least they're bonding. So then Fred bumps into Velma at the very strip club she was just in with her dad.
Yeah, my dad found out I like you and is now trying to normalize my brain back.
Aww. Honestly, I think if we could just solve everyone's problems, they all need to be separated from their parents. I think that's what's happening here. All their parents are just awful, and they're just producing awful children.
Get away from my son. He just asked the manager if there's a stripper gender pay gap.
There is.
I really like Fred. Fred is legit my favorite character in this whole show. Even when he's saying something really jerkish, it comes across as just being naive rather than just genuinely having a hateful spirit like Velma does. It's like he just doesn't know any better because look at who his father is. He had no choice but to turn out the way that he did.
Thanks to you, he's ruined.
Oh yeah, keep it all on.
So.
Oh, no. I did not want to see that. Then Velma gets on the pole and starts dancing. It gets a lot of people's attention.
Me nothing, baby.
Velma, what are you doing?
Show me nothing, baby. Oh, God. They're averting their eyes. Velma's not that hideous. Come on, guys.
Going up there.
I'm doing what every girl is doing up here. I'm just trying to get my dad's attention.
Oh. Shots fired on strippers. I mean, they go after everyone. Why not strippers?
One day it will work.
That's sad. This show gets dark, low-key. Like, this show just goes there.
Velma, stop. You have my attention.
So then Velma's dad then explains, you know what? I'm just gonna forget my wife who just had our baby and is at home alone by herself taking care of a newborn. I just want to spend time with you, my older daughter who doesn't really need me anymore because I don't want to be a dad.
Like you said, we were just starting to have fun together. And let's be honest, the last couple of years haven't been very fun, what with my hair turning.
Oh, you're blaming your hair? Come on, dude. Both he and Velma also blame everything else but themselves for their terrible behavior. The apple really doesn't fall that far from from the tree here.
So what do you say we go have some fun? Just us.
Aww. So then now we get this sweet little montage where Velma and her father are catching up over the years. And of course we get the classic baseball toss that is the quintessential idea of having a positive relationship with your dad, I guess. Because it's in every show. But the dad is looking up how to play catch because he's never done it before. He's never tried to be a good dad. So then we also get Daphne bonding with her parents, and they hand her a sketchbook with all their like pictures of crimes that they've committed and mugshots that they've had. It's actually pretty cute when you look at it. I mean, the whole family's a criminal. Look at this. You got the brother, grandpa, aunt, and then her parents. She does have evil in her genetics. Maybe I judged her too harshly for that line.
By the time I say something, I could have already paid $5 for another coffee.
So you see that Norval gets his not standing up for himself also from his father. The show is just saying we're all screwed up because of our parents. Again, I'm really wondering if this is just the writers inserting themselves and their own maybe familiar drama, because this is starting to get a little sad. But then Sophie comes into her new baby's room and finds out that her baby isn't in her crib.
Amanda, where are you? Oh God.
And then you freaking see that they're hiding the baby away from Sophie so that she freaks out, and they're laughing. They're just laughing. I mean, poor Sophie. These jerks deserve each other. You know what? He's a jerk, she's a jerk. It's just a family of jerks. The baby looks adorable though. Look at that baby. Oh. For a second, I genuinely thought they were kissing. That got me. That got me. Fred was using virtual reality to try to imagine what it'd be like to kiss Velma because he just has to try it. He had to go to the metaverse to do it. And then we see Velma and her father going fishing, and they pull out one of the classic monsters from the old school Scooby-Doo cartoons. Ah, the Flintstones! We get a nice Flintstones reference here with Daphne's parents. Don't know where they got that sign from. I'm wondering if this is an Easter egg sorts. Like, is this the same voice actor for each character or something? I feel like that's probably something deeper. Oh, and then we have Velma with her father on the beach. And I can't play the sequence, that's why I'm really explaining a lot and not showing you, because they're playing an Aretha Franklin song. And it's a love song. And it's like kind of awkward because the moody lighting and the twilight atmosphere is very romantic. But it's Velma and her dad. And they're both drinking together. He's literally giving her alcohol and she's throwing up. Dad of the year right here. And then she just passes out. Oh my God. I mean, that is a lot of beer. That is a lot of beer.
I know I still need to talk to my dad to end my hallucinations, but I don't want the fun to stop.
And so the next day they're at the school. Velma is, of course, hungover, and she just looks absolutely fabulous doing it.
Hey, can you answer that?
No, it's Gigi. My dad has taught me to be a beta, so I'm working on power moves.
Ooh, look at Norval being edgy. I'm proud of him. So then Fred shows up.
Hey, Velma, when you see your pops next, tell him thanks from me. He helped my dad buy Chestiny's contract from the strip club so we could date and get my head sorted out.
So then Fred tells Velma that Velma's dad had helped his dad buy the stripper so that Fred could have a new girlfriend. And he's there showing off his girlfriend like he's super proud of her. Like, oh, look at my stripper girlfriend. And she's just not looking impressed at all. Velma is confused by this though, because her dad is supposed to be on paternity leave. And she's like, he shouldn't have time for all that.
Oh my God.
So then Velma bursts into her dad's room and she's like, wait a minute, you lied to Sophie. You didn't really want to spend time with me. You just didn't want to do the paternity so that you can go to work while I was at school.
What? No, I'm only here because I'm having an affair with this woman.
Oh, no. He really is the worst dad. He's cheating on his wife that just had a baby. And not only did that, but is lying to her about why he can't do paternity leave with her, leaving Sophie all on her own to care for a newborn baby so that he could spend his time with his daughter going to a strip club and have an affair with his secretary. Oh man, this guy's, I think, has to be the worst guy. It's like him and Fred's dad for like the top two worst guys in this show. I think even Daphne's dad maybe isn't this bad yet.
Affair? How dare you? Also, here's that extra work you requested.
Girl, you should have known. Stop pretending you didn't know he was married. You had to have known. He's not happy.
Here's that box.
So then Daphne barges into Principal Rogers' office to demand to see what's inside her mom's box.
So you finally got your father to believe you? Freaking awesome. That's right, I swear now.
And you're
He said freaking and he's like, oh, I swear now. Aw, Marvel's such a narc.
wearing a leather jacket?
I stole it, baby.
Off a teddy bear in the mall.
He's trying to be a bad guy.
I don't know what's gotten into him.
I'm out of here. And I might be late for dinner.
Oh, there's a bear on his glasses. He just can't help it being a little bit soft. He's just a softie.
Don't pour my milk.
Oh, Mr. Bad Bear. Oh, he's such a bad boy now. I'm impressed.
My hallucinations were caused by my desire to make my dad love me. But after today, he's dead to me.
Well. Honestly, I don't blame her.
And if I don't care what he thinks, then I won't hallucinate.
Do you think this is gonna work? Let me know in the comments if you think this is gonna work. I'm gonna pause it for like 2 seconds so you can write the comment. Let's see.
But I'm cured. I can find my mom. How is she connected to the...
So she didn't have the hallucination. So all of that was just about her wanting his dad's affection, and the hallucination stopped. This show can be kind of deep, low-key. Or am I just overthinking it? So then Principal Rogers begins to explain the mystery behind Velma's mom's disappearance. She explains that when Fred's family bought the old house, that's when she found out about Dr. Edna Purdue, the woman that used to own the house beforehand.
In her effort to learn more about Dr. Purdue, Dia uncovered the one thing my mother never intended anyone to find: her journals.
When Dia found the journals, that's when she also found out about the labs and all the experiments, and I'm sure about Operation Scooby.
So that's what my mom was doing at Fred's house on Christmas Eve, looking for Dr. Purdue's secret lab.
What is it with people in general that they see a really creepy mansion and they decide, let me go in there by myself in the creepy dark dungeon where the lights are off and everything looks haunted? Why do people do that? I would never be down there by myself.
Yes!
Okay, but how does this connect my mom to the dead girls?
There's only one explanation. Your mom opened the lab and...
Oh, that's the second time someone's just randomly taken while standing there. And so Principal Rogers thinks it was the ghost of Dr. Edna Purdue, her mother, that took Velma's mother. Obviously that can't be true.
You're saying my mom was taken by the ghost of your mom?
I agree, that sounds dumb. I highly doubt that's the truth.
Really? I thought only idiots and B-list actresses believed in ghosts.
Oh, is that true? I mean, there are a lot of celebrity ghost stories. Look up Ariana Grande's celebrity ghost story. It's pretty crazy. I believe in ghosts.
Where is everyone? And the crystals are all gone.
So then we cut to late at night and Daphne is back at the Crystal Cove mine.
Wait, are you leaving already? But I'm not ready.
Daphne, the only thing left for you to know is you deserve better than us.
That's very true. I have a feeling she's not about to listen, but I wish she would. See? If this is really her dad, man, they all have terrible dads. I've been trying to rank them in my head. You let me know in the comments how you would rank the fathers in this show because they're all terrible. But I think actually pulling a gun out on your own child has to make you number one, right?
You're our insurance policy in case your moms try and stop us on our way out of town.
Wait.
Oh, so she's like a hostage in case they need someone that the cops won't fire at. Interesting. It's also quite tragic.
What? Is that why you let me find you? Just so you could use me? That's so manipulative. Which explains why I'm so manipulative.
Yes, everyone is just the same as their parents. That's what I guess they're trying to say.
But still, I'm your daughter.
And your parents are criminals, Daph. I'm sorry.
Did he shoot her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go. Save Daphne. Not me being excited, though. I care. I feel like the Grinch, where at the end of the movie, he's like, I suddenly care. What is the deal?
We've been on to you since you busted out of jail and put a geode through our daughter's window.
We're maybe not the best cops, but we're great moms.
Aw, that's true. You guys are like god-awful cops. I don't know how your daughter has been sneaking out constantly, doing shady stuff, literally dealing drugs, and you have caught none of that, and you're supposed to be detectives, but at least you're nice moms. That I can give you.
What's this? Brenda? Huh, why does that name ring a bell?
She's one of the dead girls, and that's her tank top. You can see stains from her boob contour.
Stains from her boob contour. Oh, but you really can. Look at that. I like the little details. The animation in the show is good.
Carol found that shirt down here, and I upcycled it as a rag.
Do we believe that? Do we believe that they just happened to find the killer girl's tank top?
We only have one planet, people.
Ugh. And of course, the flash goes off and it sets the bats going everywhere, and it allows for the perfect distraction for the gang to disappear.
Velma! Where are you? Please be cool for once and don't tell Sophie.
He should. Honestly, Velma should tell Sophie, like, everything. First episode, I feel like I'm starting to feel bad for Velma, because these are problems she's not creating herself. I think that's the difference.
Velma, you can't be here. I told you, Father forbids it.
So now Velma is forcing Fred to help her go look for Dr. Edna Purdue's mystery mad scientist lab. I am curious to see where this goes. Are they gonna find Dia's remaining corpse? Are they gonna find out what happened to her mother down there? I'm starting to think maybe Fred's dad had something to do with it, since he seems to be wildly racist. Maybe he just didn't like seeing a person of color in his house. I don't know. He's still dating the stripper. How's this going?
Only way to earn Father's respect is take a stand. You want I help kill him?
What does he think? I really hope they do Fred well. I'm actually at the point where I'm genuinely liking Fred, so if they did something where they made him the bad guy, I'd be really upset.
Let's do it.
Woohoo! I'm rich! Now Daddy will love me!
I don't blame you, girl. Go take that door.
Norville, what's going on? You're ignoring my calls like I just took you out.
Look at this. This is cool, Norville. And all he has is a black jacket with teddy bear sunglasses, and this is his idea of cool.
Because a man answers his phone when he damn well feels like answering his phone, Lamont.
Okay, well,
Lamont?
Gigi almost died.
Oh, no.
So that's all it took for the facade to end, for him to miss out on Gigi's almost death. I mean, I guess that would be a wake-up call.
I never knew how big it was down here in the bad boy room.
The lab entrance!
Oh, maybe it's one of those doors where you push in a...
So then Fred decides to see, oh, maybe it's one of those doors where you only have to tap it and the whole thing falls.
Oh,
Fred, wait!
And of course, that's exactly what happens. Meanwhile, you see Daphne just going ham, destroying these crystals, because I'm sure at this point she associates crystals with her terrible parents. She's just like, oh, I hate crystals now.
So you really knew I was with them the whole time? Or was that just another lie?
So then Velma's like, you guys have done nothing but lie to me. I'm so hurt. Oh, so now we're going into another montage. There's a lot of montages and flashback sequences in this show. I'm just pointing that out.
We gotta go, and there's not gonna be enough room for all the goods in Daphne.
Oh, okay, well, as parents, there's only one right decision to make.
They're gonna make the wrong decision, aren't they?
Wait.
Oh. I mean, they didn't do the absolute worst thing they could have done. I really thought we were about to see them just chuck that baby in the water. They at least left Daphne on the curve.
Oh my god. I feel like such an idiot. They abandoned me twice.
I don't know why I'm laughing. That's really sad, but it's true. They did abandon you twice. Damn. That's sad. Okay, I actually didn't really like these characters. For the first couple episodes, they were just kind of used as cutaway gags, but now that they're actually part of the plot more, I actually like them.
Mom? Is that you?
No, Velma, it's me, the parent who only abandoned you emotionally.
Ugh, only abandoned you emotionally. As opposed to Velma, where she literally got abandoned twice. Who got it worse? Again, let me know in the comments.
How did you find me?
So now the two are about to have a heart-to-heart, as I'm sure he's gonna try to explain away all his behavior and why he's actually an okay dad. Let's see how he gets out of this.
I'm sorry for how much I worked when you were little, but I figured you were fine because you had your mother.
I don't believe that this excuse that, oh, well, you had your mother, you didn't need me, is really all that valid.
Don't believe me. I'll just find her on my own.
I'm fine.
Look at his face. He's like, I'm fine. And his eyes. Oh.
What's this? Jinkies!
Is this the first time she said Jinkies? Has she said it before?
Someone wrote Jinkies on this paper.
Oh, Jinkies is a clue. Okay.
Wow.
You'll never know, Velma.
So this thing triggers another hallucination, and she begs her father to tell her that she believes her so that the hallucination can stop.
I want to believe, but wait. Oh my God, you're right. She was kidnapped.
But Velma's dad actually believing her finally is what ends the hallucinations once and for all.
My hallucinations are finally over!
Are you sure? Because I feel like you've said that before.
Yes, you've said that like 10 times. I swear at the end of every episode, she thinks her hallucinations are done, and they're not.
You finally came around because you do love me.
I don't think that's what it is.
Jinkies is written in your mother's handwriting.
Oh, it's her mother's handwriting.
Jinkies!
Okay, now you're totally trying to make it a thing.
Haha, they're making fun of how Jinkies is her iconic catchphrase. Meta humor, we know they've done this before. So yeah, we learned a lot. There was a lot of twists, a lot of surprises. We finally met Scooby for better or for worse. There was a lot going on in this episode. The plot really thickened a bit. I'm actually genuinely starting to get curious about where this is all going. It's no longer as torturous as it was in the beginning to watch this show. I really didn't think it was going to get to this point. I thought every episode was going to be like the first 2 episodes, which were just god-awful. But I feel like the show has calmed down slightly and it's getting a little bit better. But maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe you think I'm crazy. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. And as always, my name has been Brittany. Please subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!